I just happened to stumble upon this Entegra Vision XL that is, I think, one, a great value for what it is, and then also a decently unique floor plan for a Class A motorhome. So let's go take a look. Welcome back to another video, y'all. If you're new here, my name is Myles with Firmly Unbound, and we are here in the Blue Compass RV display at the Hershey RV show, taking a look at this Entegra Vision XL. This here, the model is a 36C, and you can see the floor plan layout here. I was really excited to see that 4-cushion sofa and recliner setup there. That's not very common, and this is a bath and a half floor plan model here. No, so both those things combined is not something you see too often in a gas motorhome. And then we have some different things to look at here. Here's the price. It's $149,995. So not terrible for a gas motorhome of this size in a Class A. And I really am liking this Entegra brand. I just feel like they really do have good quality builds across the line from everything they make, whether it's Class B vans, Class C motorhomes, or these Class A's here. All across the board are really just, I'm just impressed. I feel like they're doing a good job in taking different things that people care about into account with these motorhomes here. So on here, you have a 2-year base warranty, one of the only motorhome brands offering a 2-year base warranty as opposed to a 1-year you find with just about everybody else. Inside here, you have a residential refrigerator, 22,000-pound chassis, so it rides and handles better than lighter weight chassis. You have the Easy Drive Elite, which is basically a ride and handling package. On here in that ride and handling package, it's going to include things like it has a computer balanced drive shaft, it has a Bilstein steering stabilizer, it has Koni shocks on here. That Koni shock system I've heard is really great. I haven't had experience with it myself, but I have heard that it's great. It has front and rear variable rate joust bumpers. Now that I don't know so much about and what that even means. I am just basically going off of information that I have found on this motorhome, and I haven't been able to ask people for like a deeper dive into what some of this stuff actually means. So unfortunately, I can't give a deeper dive into that at the moment, but I will work on that. And then you have the heavy duty front and rear stabilizer bars. That is going to help with the side-to-side sway that you would get in a motorhome, so helping to mitigate with that. And then it has 22.5-inch Michelin tires on here. So you can see the Michelin tires. Good brand tire. It's a 225/80 R22.5 tire. And then it has a nice looking wheel there as well. This looks, I don't know if those are Alcoa rims or if they're a different brand. I'm not sure. I actually haven't had much exposure to this Vision XL brand, so I'm kind of learning this thing as I go. I have spent about 20 minutes in here, but this is a good point for me to mention a couple things before we go inside. First of all, I'm no certified RV expert. So if you are looking for an absolute expert to walk you through this thing, unfortunately, I'm not there yet with a product like this. I wish I was. I would probably consider myself an expert in towable RVs at this point in time. So things like travel trailers and fifth wheels and toy haulers. But with stuff like this, I've just had less exposure to it, and I'm really trying to venture out and expand on what I'm capable of providing here for y'all. So I have to start somewhere, and this is where I'm starting at. Now, I think I still have a good base here that I can help you out with and show you around this motorhome, but if there's anything that I miss or unintentionally speak on, please add any information down below in the comments that will help the viewer, because this channel is not here to in any way try to make me look good. It is here to provide value to you guys as the viewers and show you all of the different RVs that are out there. I know a lot of people view in and tune into this channel because they just don't have the ability to be at these shows, and I'm kind of like your eyes and ears here at the show. So that's thing number one. Thing number two, if you are shopping for your next RV, there's a link down below in the comments and description where you can get started. Blue Compass has over 100 different stores in 33 different states, so almost anywhere across the United States, there are locations where we can get started with helping you out for finding your next RV, and this obviously is a product that we carry. That 2-year warranty is a really big deal. Again, one of the only motorhome brands that's going to offer that, and we'll start with going inside and showing you the inside, then we'll come back outside. Right away, see better quality here. You have all metal throughout here, so I like that. Glad it's not like plastic or anything of that nature. Doesn't look like there's any storage underneath the steps. When we walk inside, you have your main power switch right there. So that is just basically like your battery disconnect switch. You have controls for your power step as we walk in, so you can leave that in the off position so that step will stay out permanently when you get to your campsite. Awning controls right there, great location for that switch. And then you have your master light switches here, as well as individual ceiling and porch lights and stuff like that. You also have your controls here. This looks like this is for your battery system right there. You have a privacy shade on the window right when we walked in. So there is a privacy shade that will drop down. And there is a mini awning over this space right here to provide a little bit extra shade right there. Now, as we go inside, again, not terribly common to see a gas Class A motorhome that has this kind of sofa arrangement with the 2 recliners. Then you have your TV over here. It is a drop-down TV. That's a 50-inch screen connects TV. It's a smart TV. You have a JBL soundbar, dining table here. And then as we turn around, you have your bed over the driver's cab area. So sleeping for up to 2 adults right there. This will drop up and down. Or I guess I should say it will drop down and then go back up, because something's not going to drop up. But you have some storage space up here, your speakers here with the JBL sound system, and reading lights for both the passenger and the driver there. Controls to make this go up and down are right here. I just don't have the key for it. And then you do have on your windshield, because I can't move this, you have shades on your windshield and your side windows here in this space as well. And one of the big things with the Class A motorhome that everybody loves to talk about is your vacation really starts as soon as you get out of your driveway, because you get such an immersive experience with nature and seeing the country in ways that nobody else gets to as soon as you hit the road. And this actually has a curved windshield. So one of the only models here with Entegra, they'll also have it in their sister product with Jayco, where you get that curved windshield. And that is going to just give you such an incredible experience going down the road. Also keeps it more aerodynamic and gives you a bit smaller A-pillars right here so that you can get a better viewing experience. It's going to have a light that lights up across this dash, I believe, that's not on right now. I've seen that in just about everything, so I would be surprised if this didn't have it. But it's hard to tell because we don't have power up here in the dash at all. It has manual gauges up in this area. Then you have some USB ports here, auto leveling controls right there, power mirrors, so you can control the mirrors from here, and you do see there are side cameras in those mirrors as well. It's on the Ford chassis. This, I believe, will have the 7.3 liter V8 engine. It's considered the Godzilla engine, so it has that gas Ford engine there. Both captain chairs do swivel. Passenger side does have this little storage area here. You have some cup holders, and it will have this desk area that slides out like so. Plus, spot there for your phone. It doesn't look like that has any indication that it is a wireless charging pad, but USB ports and outlets right there. As we turn back around, so with a gas Class A motorhome like this, I kind of like to relate these to a towable space, because in a towable space, if you're looking at like fifth wheel RVs or travel trailer RVs and then maybe considering something like this, I think motorhomes are always better suited for people that do consistent long distance travel. That's what motorhomes are best for. They're not really designed for the person that's doing, you know, local in-state travel and in-state camping trips quite as much. I don't think you're really getting your value and money's worth if that's the kind of travel you want to do. So if you're kind of expanding your camping trips to, you know, going more to multi-state trips and stuff like that, I think these are great options. And then these here in this price range with this gas chassis, this is basically giving you that engine and chassis setup with basically like a mid to upper tier travel trailer interior, and then about a mid-tier fifth wheel interior. So I would say stuff like this is going to compare to something like, probably like a, let's say like a Grand Design Reflection, maybe a Keystone Cougar, trying to think other popular brands out there, an Alliance Avenue, stuff like that. So maybe not like an upper top of the line towable RV, but kind of those mid to upper tier towable RVs. That's kind of where this would fall in line as far as kind of what the feel is like with the build quality inside of these gas Class A motorhomes at this price point. There are some that feel lower quality than that and some that feel higher quality than that, but this is kind of like a good mid-tier. Now, really like this setup here. Underneath here, this is going to be a pull-out bed. So you can see there is a pull-out bed down underneath there. So this will be about a full-size bed when you pull that out. Additional sleeping there, so great sleeping capacity. You'll have seat belts on these chairs. You have the 2 recliners here. It does have USB port, and these are power recliners. So you can see how those go out, like so. And always got to check and make sure these will lay back, because you got to be able to lay down, right? So those do lay back, which is great, making sure there's room for that. Your windows here, they have the squared frameless windows. So that means you are getting the pull down privacy shade here and the pull up bug screen for when you open those up, and those open up about 6 inches. So it can get good airflow through here. Cabinetry up in here, this all looks like this is solid wood. Just want to check and make sure. Yeah, that is solid hardwood on these cabinet doors. So you can see your storage space through there. Storage space along here, then you get to this spot, you have your electric fireplace. Now when your slide is closed and you are going down the road, your slide outs are going to close from both sides. So you have opposing slide outs here, and you're going to have a hallway that goes through this area, and then it kind of turns off to this way and goes back into where that bedroom area is. So everything that you need to get to will be accessible on the road. You can access the half bath, you can access the refrigerator, the kitchen, everything like that, but you won't have access to things like this storage, this fireplace, stuff like that will get blocked by this slide out. Storage space in there, you have a little shelf and your electric fireplace. No heat vents in the floor, so you can see them ran underneath that spot where the fireplace is at, but the fireplace alone will be a great electric heat source for you. You have a 15,000 BTU AC here, and if I remember correct, we'll look at the panel, but I believe this one has a heat pump on it, and then you'll have a 13.5 thousand BTU or 13,500 BTU AC in the bedroom. Legless dinette table, so really like that. There is a bit of a step up into this area, but it is a legless dinette table nonetheless, and it does drop down and make this area into a bed. So another spot you can sleep if you want. Probably won't find yourself using that in most instances, I've found with most people, but you do have the ability to do so. We'll have access to storage underneath here, and you can see how thick the board is underneath this cushion for the support there. Very nice. See your seat belts, and you have storage space under there. TV will drop down because you have a nice big window behind that, so when you're not watching TV, you can enjoy the views out into the campsite. Storage space up into here, you can see the HDMI cable coming through connected to the TV. And those stay up nicely on their own, those cabinet doors. You have a solid surface countertop, so that's where this is kind of going to be more comparable between that and the solid wood drawers and cabinets and things of that nature. Makes it more comparable with some of the upper mid-tier travel trailers and fifth wheels that we'll see. Real quick, I want to talk to you about Firmly Unbound. If you don't know what that is my company, and Firmly Unbound is an expression of exploration and freedom in work, play, and faith. So very related to the RVing community and whatnot. I also want to talk about how I have my first set of Firmly Unbound apparel. So you can go to firmlyunbound.com to find this if it's still available. I have them in very limited quantity, but you can also learn what it means to live firmly unbound, what Firmly Unbound is, and here on YouTube, I have my Firmly Unbound YouTube channel. You can check out, there's a link down below in the comments, and you can see what it means to live firmly unbound and all the things I am doing to live more firmly unbound. So go check that out. That's something I'm really excited about. That is like my passion project I'm doing on the side while I film RVs. Pull-out drawer here. You have 4 pull-out drawers, and you can see the construction on these. They're using like that plywood style construction with staples on it. So again, another thing where that will kind of fall into that mid-tier quality range. You have the sink covers there, and it is a single basin stainless steel sink with the little bit more rugged looking faucet there. It does detach. If I can get it out with one hand, there we go. So you can see how that will move around, and then you do have the sprayer on there, so you can also, that doesn't come out actually, so yeah, you'll just detach it from there when you want to move that thing around. Storage space up through here. And going through your kitchen space, this is going to be a residential size microwave. No air fryer function on this though. Storage up above there, and then it has a standard RV size oven with a 3-burner gas stove. It has a, fake tile backsplash here, but I like how it's sealed in here nicely. It doesn't look like it's going to start peeling off or anything like that. I suppose over time it may be possible that you may have to reapply the caulking around here to, keep that looking that way. but it doesn't look like, you know, it's gonna start peeling off on day one on you like some other ones do. Storage underneath the oven and storage space under there. So showing you all your storage space that you'll have to work with in this motorhome. Again, pretty much all this storage is gonna be accessible when you're going down the road. Turn this way and you have your touchscreen control panel for this motorhome. This is where we can see, yep, your AC does have a heat pump on it. So you can see that there. Get to the home screen, you have your light controls here. Vent fan controls are in here, your AC controls, and all of your tank levels, slide outs, awnings, and that will connect to your phone as well. So you can control all of that from your phone. Great amount of storage space there. Motorhomes definitely can be limited on the storage space that you have, and this one here is really not lacking in that space whatsoever. Now you have your half bath here because when your slide outs are closed, this bed is going to come up against the wardrobe storage here, so you would have to climb over that bed to get to the main full bathroom, which you certainly can do. But if you don't want to do that, or you can't do that, then you have your half bath here so you can get to the bathroom going down the road. Porcelain foot flush toilet. You have a sliding door here for privacy. We have liquefied in here, so you can find liquefied. This is a black tank treatment for your RV to make sure everything is always smelling nice and your waste is getting broken down properly. So you can find that on Amazon, or it will also be on Blue Compass shelves here real soon in their parts departments. So get that for your RV on Amazon. Nice big window here. And then right here, you have massive storage. So they have a clothing rod in here, definitely designing this to be like a closet for people. And then storage underneath here. Now this is where you can see like some of these interior components. This is going to be a wrapped wood, it looks like. So that is where, you know, these are interior parts that don't get touched and abused as much as like the cabinet doors do. So there's the potential that these can peel, but it's not really likely just because they don't really, like I said, they don't really get touched. You know, they're just kind of sitting back in that space. As we go back out this way, you have a water dispenser and an ice dispenser here in the freezer door. Love that. You don't get that too often. Freezer portion there and refrigerator. This is a GE refrigerator and it is a residential size refrigerator. Not common in gas class A motorhomes to get a residential refrigerator and freezer like this. Keep going back this way. Ceiling height in here is great. So you can see shortest point of the motorhome is right here. I'm 6'2" and I'm not really even close. So you could probably be about 6'6" before you start feeling like you need to duck right there. So that is nice. We'll also check the ceiling height when we get to the shower. You have your wardrobe storage here. You have your mirrors so you can make sure your outfit is looking great for the day. You have a 32-inch screen TV here in the bedroom, and it will have, let's see what's underneath here. Okay, yeah, it just flips up right there. So you have storage space back behind here. Nice little spot to grab it right there. Window here. You have a nice little countertop space, pull-out drawer for some storage, and then clothing rod in here with another pull-out drawer right there, and it will be the same thing on the other side. This here looks like it's probably a shorter king-size bed. I didn't get the dimensions on the bed, but when I lay down on it, yeah, it's probably right at about 74 inches long or so, but with the width of a king-size bed. Comes with the pillows and bedding. You have individual reading lights up above here. So you have the blue kind of soft light and then the warm light as well. Padded headboard, windows on both sides with the privacy shades and storage up above here. Keep going back here and you have wireless charging pads on both sides of the bed. Speaking of which, I actually need to charge my phone. I was supposed to have this set down here. So you can see when I drop this on here, it just started charging. So both of those work great. You also have a little storage space right there. So each individual will get the same setup on both sides. And there are USB plugs on those wireless charging pads. They pop up and you have USB ports there as well. Sliding door sits between the two pieces of the wall here. You have another porcelain foot flush toilet. And then you have storage space under here. Spot for your toilet paper. Open storage in these areas. And storage space through here. Couple things here as well where I say this is a little bit more like a mid-tier. Like you can see little things like where those putty areas are, where the staples were for the construction of this. Little things that if you're like really picky with cosmetics might bother you, and you might need to go up in price point to not get that in a motorhome, but that's kind of what you get at this price range. So if you can live with that, that's great. I know I certainly could and it wouldn't bother me, but I know there's other people out there that don't feel that way. And sometimes people come in here and they really don't expect it to be like that because they've never looked at RVs before, and it really turns them off. So I try to show those things here in RVs when I see it, so you don't end up coming to look at this thing thinking you want to buy it and then are just disgusted. But I don't think it's that bad, but some people do. You have your shower here. It is a plastic 2-piece shower. And when I step inside here, pretty dang good ceiling height actually. So you can see into the skylight. My head does not touch it even on my tiptoes, so that is probably about 6'7" or so, maybe 6'8". And then this shower head is as high as it goes, and you can see it sits at about the middle of my forehead or so, so I would definitely have to duck or hold that up over my head to get underneath that. So it's a little bit of a step up into the shower with this design here. That's so they can run the plumbing down underneath there. But there's a nice width to it, and the floor space in there is great. So overall, the size of the shower feels very comfortable. And that's pretty much everything on the inside. So let me know what you think about the inside space here. And if you made it to this point in the video, let me know what kind of RV you're camping in. And if you like the idea of something like a Class A, or maybe you already have a Class A motorhome, what's got you, watching this video and interested in this RV? Let's go ahead and head out this way. Go along the outside. Again, you have those square frameless windows. You do have a TV out here, but this door is locked on me, unfortunately. Underneath here, one of the benefits to Class A motorhomes is you get these pass-through storage compartments. It's like a composite material right here, motion-activated lights. And as you come along this way, more storage space down through here. Storage space under here, you can see how those lights flip on as soon as you open that door. And then you have your propane fill right here. So all of your propane for the coach will be there. And then this looks like these are your, I'm not sure if these are the house or the chassis batteries, actually. I'm not sure. I didn't get to check on that. But you have batteries here. These look like they are probably the house batteries. I can't imagine the chassis batteries will be back here. So those look like those have got to be for the house batteries. And then there's your 30 amp solar charge controller and another storage area right there. Nice thick baggage doors as well. These are thicker than you'll see on some other brands. Coming back this way, it does have a gas and electric water heater. And I was not able to find the specs online. Yeah, unfortunately, you'll have to, if you're interested in this RV and you want to see, it's either going to be a 6 or a 10-gallon gas electric water heater, and I can't say. You can flip on both the gas and electric heating elements to that water heater, so you can help speed up the recovery rate of water getting hot in that tank there, but I did not catch what the tank size was on that, so unfortunately I didn't get that. But it will be on Entegra's website if you want to get a little bit more information on there. And I apologize for not having all of this information dialed down. I have just been flying through trying to film these RVs for you guys at this show, and I really spent a lot of my time today trying to learn and research the Entegra diesel pusher motorhomes, which are just vastly different than what these are here. So still trying to learn these things a little bit. Ladder to get up onto the roof. It is a molded single piece rear cap. This is really going to differentiate this from some other brands where you'll just have like a regular fiberglass wall here on a lot of coaches that are Class A gas motorhomes. Ladder to get up onto the roof. We'll go ahead and climb up there and see what's going on up on the roof. Looks like a 200-watt solar panel up here. Wow, the seals look really good up here on the roof. Very thick. Now, keep in mind, it is your responsibility to get up here and check these seals regularly to make sure that they are not peeling or cracking, because that will happen over time. So you got to get up here and check these things regularly, even from day one, just to make sure that it was done properly and that there are no vulnerable points that may leak water. So keep that in mind. That is going to prevent you from having roof leaks. And if you check those regularly and are on top of that, you will not have a roof leak, because that is the only way the roof can leak, is if there's any sort of puncture or vulnerable point somewhere in those seals or the roof membrane, and you have to get up there and check those regularly. More storage space down through here. This is going to be where your dump valves are at for your water tanks. Here's where you will fill up your fuel right here, and then you have your 50 amp power cord in this little area there. Water connections, this is the Nautilus water management system, so very clean and concise right here. Everything you need to do for all your water connections is on this panel. You have a water purification system and a hot and cold shower on the outside. Storage space all through here, storage space, and finally we made it to your generator. Close this door right here. This is a Yamaha generator. It's the MPS 6000 watt generator, therefore this motorhome. So can run everything on this motorhome from the generator as well. Close these doors here. Some of these latches, they're slam latches, so you got to really push those shut. And then this last door right here is more storage. So lots of exterior storage on this motorhome. There's quite a bit. And again, you have your side cameras in the mirrors. Slide toppers already installed on top of the slide outs there to protect them from any like water or moist or any debris, and also protect them from the sun. And again, that wraparound windshield, this is going to be one of the only motorhomes that offers that to give you a more immersive experience and make it more aerodynamic. So let me know what you think down below in the comments. I know I still have to polish up my knowledge on a product like this, and I will work on that. But I didn't want to skip over showing you this motorhome here because I thought it was a pretty cool floor plan layout. Definitely different than a lot of other things you'll see, and there's not a whole lot of variation in motorhome floor plans. So when I saw this and saw it was a little different, I wanted to show y'all, even if I know I have to polish up my knowledge base a little bit. So hopefully you appreciate that either way. And that's all I got for y'all. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. And until next time, live firmly unbound.